I'm Sarah from Woodville Alliance. Welcome to today's parenting session online. Today I'll be talking to you about parenting during a pandemic. The constant stress around us at the moment is massive. When you add parenting into the mix, it can feel very overwhelming. I know that most days we're all just trying to get by until bedtime, but when you add schooling from home, not being able to go out and visit friends, and not even being able to go to the park with your kids, the days can seem very long. In the coming weeks, you'll hear from Monica and myself on topics like schooling from home, self-care, and how to help your family thrive in our current circumstances. We hope these quick videos will be helpful for you and your family, and it's our aim to offer you information and support during this time. Parenting during the current COVID-19 pandemic means parents are now taking on the role of parent, teacher, sports coach, maybe even counselor, and it can feel very overwhelming taking on all of these extra roles. One thing to remember is that our children are learning one very important skill at the moment. They're learning about how to deal with a crisis, which is a huge, helpful life skill that they will carry with them for life. So if schooling from home is too overwhelming right now, just try to stick to a fun, safe, stress-free environment that's going to leave your children feeling more connected to you and each other during this time. I want to offer you a few tips today for parenting in a pandemic. The first thing I want to offer you is to look around at the opportunities you have in your home to teach your children some new skills. It might be how to cook a traditional family recipe, maybe even how to do the washing or how to mend clothes. They have this opportunity to learn these life skills that they might not learn at school from you at home. And some of these skills, a lot of adults have never been taught. So if your children can learn this now, it's a great thing they'll carry with them forever. The second thing I want to talk to you about is special play. The importance at the moment is to allow your children to be curious and creative with their time. Monica will be hosting a special parenting session online around the importance of play in the coming weeks. But today I want to talk to you about spending quality time with your children. Having a young child of my own, I understand the struggle of having your attention taken away from you almost every moment of the day. It's important to note that you can't possibly give your children 100% of your full attention all the time. But I'm going to encourage you today to try to spend 10 to 15 minutes today giving your child 100% of your attention. This means putting away your phone and other distractions and allowing your child to lead for a small amount of time and allowing yourself to go along with whatever play ideas they might have. If you have older children, it might mean playing a video game with them for 15 minutes and allowing them to teach you how to play. If you have younger children, it might be playing dolls or playing with the train set or with trucks or something that they actually want to be doing. This will build connection and help your children feel safe during this time. The third tip I want to give you is about natural consequences. One thing I've learnt from teachers and parents is that at the moment, children's behaviour seems to be quite out of control. Often, anxious, worried children express their feelings through difficult behaviour. Being home with your children, you might start feeling like you're constantly having to discipline and deal with behavioural issues right now. I want to talk to you about a concept called natural consequences. It's very simple and it might take some of the stress out of parenting. Sometimes it's best just to let children experience the natural consequences of their own behaviour. When children experience the results of their behaviour, they can learn that their actions have consequences. They might learn to take responsibility for what they do. For example, you ask your child to put a jacket on before you go out for a walk, and he refuses to. The natural consequence of that is that he'll be pretty cold when you go for a walk. Another example might be that your young child is not sitting still at the dinner table and knocks over their drink. It spills all over the floor. The natural consequence is that they might have to get up and clean up their drink before they continue eating. Natural consequences are important but hard lessons, and experience is often a better and faster teacher than parents can be. The last tip I'd like to offer during this time is to focus on things that are in your control right now. There are a lot of things we can't control at the moment, such as how long this period of self-isolation will go on for, or when your children will return to normal schooling. But if we focus our attention on these things, we're most likely going to end up feeling pretty overwhelmed and frustrated. A few things we can control right now are how much news we read and watch. I've found it helpful to choose one trusted news program that I watch once a day for a few minutes, and then I turn it off and don't get caught up in the news for the rest of the day. Another thing we can control is how much time we spend on social media and on our phones. We can also control how we spend our days at home and how our children spend their time. In the next few weeks, we'll have a helpful video on structuring the day with children in mind. Focusing on the things we can control right now will help us feel empowered and more positive about the days ahead. So thanks for watching today. I hope you got something out of this video, and just remember that you're not alone. Parents everywhere are facing the same struggles that you are today, and we're all in this together, even if we're far apart. So stay safe, stay strong, and you'll see us next week for our next online parenting video.